Okay, YouTube, we've got a Hellyeah review for you. So that is the name of the group, and it's a supergroup in rock that's composed of members from Mudvayne, Pantera, Nothing Face, and one other one. The last one is Damage Plan. Now, 2 out of 4 of these I have not heard before. I have plans to review Pantera, but also the other 2 I'm not quite aware of just yet. So I do know Mudvayne, and my biggest question that came to me was, why have these guys not dropped an album since 2009? And it gets to the point where once it's been 7 years, unless you've been here since the 70s or the 80s, there's really no excuse to take that long of a break. So, or there's not many excuses. So, thing is that Mudvayne had the lead singer Chad Gray had made a group, and Mudvayne was on a tour, and it was in the year 2000. I forget the name of the tour, but it was a pretty big tour. Had several bands doing it in the year 2000, and those 4 groups were all there. So they decided to form a super group, but scheduling, they were not able to. So it took until 2006 to get it done, but then I think it meshed really well because they wound up doing this a lot more. So that's kind of what happened. So I looked to this as something to crank up for people who really enjoy Mudvayne. It's important to know. I know that those reviews are liked on my channel, so this is something else. So really, thing is this music had 3 singles to support it, and all of these are pretty rough around the edges. So you're definitely getting the ferocity of Mudvayne, but it also, the only thing I'm gonna, something to be said is that you may kind of miss the signature distinction of like Dig and Death Blooms, but maybe just over time. I mean, I've been listening to rock radio, but I did actually hear a Hellyeah song, but I haven't heard many. So that's the thing is, how, between the 10 years that they've been around now, how many songs are getting constant spins. That's about the only problem that leads me to wonder if they are, mega hot and getting the attention. So I'm thinking the answer is yes. I definitely want to see it, but I have not listened to very much music by them. So I decided to get their 2012 album because that was after Mudvayne, and I think really I wanted to know how well this group hit. So I am going to review more Hellyeah, but this is somewhere to go. So, once again, if you're newer to rock, bands tend to do this. They will, sometimes members will leave for various reasons, and they form different groups, and sometimes it keeps the same effects as some of the other ones. Like the guy from Linkin Park, both members of Linkin Park have done this. Other than that, the big thing about this album is it's a 10. It's definitely going to get a 10. But if you're just looking for recognizable songs, I think that this is one that's a little bit beneath the surface. That's the thing. I have yet to hear these songs on the airwaves, so like I said, if you're looking for, signature songs, it's a little bit harder to deal with. But you will hear Hellyeah if you listen to radio enough. So if you know where to find rock music, there's a good chance you're going to hear these guys. So something to know. But a few of the noteworthy songs that I do recommend, I'm not going to list all of them because I enjoyed the whole album. So War and Me, Band of Brothers, Drink Drank Drunk, those are the 3 singles. Go for those. Rage Burn, which is another hot one, and WM Free. It's hard to tell what that stood for, but so those are the ones. There's definitely plenty, but you know, if some of these don't have as much distinction as the radio songs do. So that's the main thing, is if you can listen to rock nonstop, this will probably work. But just know that there are three charted songs that you can find also. So from there, it's just kind of, it's a field day digesting the rest of the music. So yeah, this album gets a 10, and I'm gonna say I'm interested in the rest of what they've done. I would like to specifically hear some songs from this project, but I don't really care. I'm just gonna get used to it more. It's an exciting experience. I recommend some of you guys starting to listen to rock radio a little bit. You'll probably find a bunch of gems. It's definitely a high caliber thing to do. So the only other thing, the social score, I will give it an 8, which means how well the music plays around you and your friends if you listen to it with them. 8 because there are 3 singles, but it's not great. It's not front runner music. That's about the only weakness. So can this record be topped? No, it can't. And the Future, they just dropped an album this summer, so be sure to take a look at some of these. So this is kind of, you know, extra stuff.